Now, there are 4 conditions for the marriage to be valid. And these 4 conditions are as follows. Number 1, the wife and the husband must be identified. Number 2, the consent of the woman. Number 3, the presence of a guardian. Number 4, to have witnesses, 2 witnesses to be specific. And some scholars say to announce. So first of all, we have to identify the spouses. A guardian, a father, who has 2 daughters or more, cannot say to the person proposing, I give you my daughter in marriage. And the man says, oh, I accept. And after the contract is signed and finalized, the man wants to consummate the marriage, and this is not the one I married. Yeah, this is Khadija. Yeah, but I was aiming at Fatima. Well, tough luck. This is the one I wanted to give you in marriage. But this is not the one I wanted to marry. So it's not enough to say, I give you my daughter in marriage. You have to identify. So you have to say, I give you my daughter Khadija in marriage. I give you my sister Khadija in marriage. Because I could have a sister and a daughter. Which one? I don't say, I give you Khadija in marriage and I have to. No, I have to identify beyond ambiguity so that everything is crystal clear. And likewise, the man who is marrying her, who is he? The representative says, I accept the marriage of Khadija to my son. Which son? Muhammad. Oh, we had in mind Abdullah. Well, okay, it's okay. No problem. Abdullah, Muhammad, they're all the same. No. This has to be clarified without any form of ambiguity. Number 2, the consent of the woman. And why is that? Because the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wassalam, a previously married woman must not be given in marriage without being consulted. Someone who's a divorcee, someone who's a widow, she has to be consulted. Someone proposed to you. Ahmed proposed to you. He's a good boy, he prays in the masjid, he has a good job, he's good looking. What do you say? She has to answer and say, I accept. Because she's not a virgin anymore. She's not someone who's bashful or inexperienced. And the Prophet says, and a virgin is not given in marriage without being asked. So her approval is essential. Her acceptance is essential. In another hadith, the Prophet said, and her approval is to be silent, meaning out of bashfulness she looks down and she doesn't say anything. She doesn't object, she doesn't reject. That's her consent. And this issue might be very easy to understand for us. However, in some rural countries, rural areas, this might not be the case. And we hear of forced marriages. In some countries, the parents force their daughter to get married, though she airs and announces her refusal, and they don't pay any attention and they force. This is haram. And the marriage is invalid. You are pushing her to commit zina because without her consent, the marriage is invalid. The third condition is to have a guardian. So the Prophet said this in a crystal clear hadith. There is no marriage without a guardian. No marriage without a guardian, meaning no marriage valid without a guardian. And this is what the majority of scholars have said, with the exception of the school of thought of Abu Hanifa, whom his own two students opposed that opinion. Because of the hadith, they said, we can't go against this hadith. The hadith is crystal clear. But that was his opinion. May Allah Azza wa Jal have mercy on him. And the vast majority of scholars went against that opinion. And the Prophet also said, alayhi salatu wasalam, a woman must not give another woman in marriage. How is that done? Lots of women don't have a guardian, don't have a father. So her mother acts as the guardian, and we see this in Western countries and some other Islamic countries where the woman comes, the mother comes, and she gives her daughter in marriage. This is not permissible. And in some other countries, a woman herself gives herself in marriage as if she's buying a car. She says, I can buy a car with my own money. How can't I marry myself? Doesn't make sense. Subhanallah. The hadith is crystal clear. You're a Muslim. So these things are a problem in so many cultures that are not established and raised upon following the Quran and the Sunnah. And the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wassalam, in an authentic hadith, any woman who gets married without the permission of her guardian, her marriage is invalid, her marriage is invalid, her marriage is invalid. He repeated this 3 times, alayhi salatu wassalam. And the guardian has to have a sound mind. He shouldn't be insane. He has to be an adult. He can't be a child. He has to be male, as stated in the hadith. He cannot be a woman or a female. And he has to be a person of a good character. He can't be someone who goes to nightclubs and bars and has no problem with his daughter going out with other men on dates as an experiment before marriage. No, this person can't be a guardian. He has to be mature in thinking. Someone who rejects all those who propose to his daughter. Why? I don't want her to get married. I want her to work and spend on me and her mom and her siblings. I don't want her to leave the house. I need her to serve us. Of course, this is not someone who is worthy of being married, of being a guardian, because he doesn't care about the best of interest of his daughter or of his sister.